So it's just a rumor as of right now. That's all I can say.
It is weird
but
how...
I feel like there's been a few famous people that have been frozen.
Well, there's no
in
doubt
hopes
that
to
you
come
can
back.
do... I mean,
like,
there are facilities out there
Yeah.
that freeze people's bodies, heads, all kinds of stuff. So it's not like that's not rumor. That's true.
You know,
but I just don't know who they are.
You know why David Blaine started doing his breathing tricks and stuff?
Why is that?
Because he read this news article about this frozen boy that he literally froze underwater, but he never breathed in the water.
Yeah, that's happening.
So they could resuscitate him back to life because he never drowned.
Right,
what? That's cool.
So he just held his breath and froze?
And froze. Yeah. And then when they pulled his ass out, they could actually give him mouth-to-mouth.
I never heard that, but if I
happens all
ever
the
fall in the ice, now
Don't
I
breathe.
know, right?
don't
Now
be
I'll just
breathing.
like hold my breath till I freeze.
Well, I think also what happens is
Exactly.
the cold from the water slows all your body down and ultimately your heart and all this other, whatever.
I love David Blaine.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
David Blaine's the
crazy.
man.
He's
We've been
crazy.
infatuated with him. I might have said that word wrong. How do you say that word?
Infatuated.
Infatuated with him since I was young.
Oh yeah, we
Street
used to watch
Magic,
all his.
Street Magic.
Street
That's
It was
what
yeah.
we
crazy.
watch.
We
Yeah,
tried to
he's-
figure it out, and some of the stuff was freaky as heck.
Yeah, I mean, it's he's definitely interesting. I did watch the latest balloon trick that he did. It was I
Lackluster?
mean, it was okay. I mean, I get the concept behind the fact that he was 24,000 feet in the air or whatever, and still able to be conscious. That was a feat in
So
itself.
you went up in a balloon.
Yeah, so he went up
is
in a
what you
bunch
said?
of balloons, like a bunch of
Like
balloons.
Up?
Yeah, like Up.
Like he
It's just
just-
like Up, like the movie.
Really?
Yeah, just like the movie Up. And he went up
Awesome.
and he went like 24. I think it was 24,000 feet in the air, and then ultimately he had to. Whatever, get a
Do you
parachute
remember
or something.
we used to do that
is
like every
ridiculous.
birthday party? Like we'd have
Here
the
he is,
balloons,
Lori.
and like whether it was you or
Here
Jade,
he
we'd
is,
tie
Lori.
them to the guys to see how many
yeah.
it took to get them to come off the ground. Do you
So
remember
there's
doing
the
that with like the
picture.
GI Joes or the other dolls?
Not really, honestly.
No.
Yeah, I remember that actually, but there's the picture, Lori, of
That's
David.
legitimately David hanging.
But he was not
So
like
what
he's
happened?
not
He
actually
went high
hanging.
enough.
He's
He went high enough until he did pass out and just let go.
So he didn't let go. He was actually harnessed in. I mean,
Okay.
it looks like he's hanging on,
Right.
but he's not really hanging on. And
He's
then
clipped in because if you
Yeah.
passed out and let go, then
no,
you're
he just
screwed.
went a certain height and then he like cut himself loose and then came down.
Oh, did he have a parachute
Yeah, he had a
then?
parachute.
Okay.
Now it would have been a much better trick if he did it without a parachute.
Now I know that if I was watching
Just
the Joe
died.
Rogan one.
No, there's a guy
No, I
that
don't-
It would have been much better
I was trying to think about that. I was like, what do
for
you...
him to free fall to his death.
Yeah.
'cause-
There's actually a guy that has skydived without a parachute into a net.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, okay. Or
Yeah.
I was gonna say you could have one of those like flying squirrel suits.
Well, that's kind of but
Okay.
eventually you have to hit the ground. That could be worse actually with the flying squirrel suit.
How high up was this net? Because obviously with the force that you're hitting that net, it's going to have to be
Yeah, you're
hundreds
gonna
of
have
feet
to give
above
some
to
give.
give that.
Yeah, it was a huge net. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was
a
big.
huge net, but I mean, still you could hit that wrong and
You were
crack
gonna-
your neck. You could
yeah,
do anything.
what the heck? That seems
You
like
know?
a bad idea. I
Yeah,
want to watch
you like
that.
the trampoline stuff, hit it
No.
wrong or.
But yeah, he did. Now, if David Blaine would have done that, that would have been amazing because not only
But
are
that
you
wasn't?
floating. Well, no, okay.
think
Could
that-
I do it? Could I do it? No, of course not. Could most people do it? The hardest part about that trick was not going up and jumping down. It was not
Breathing.
Yeah, not passing out from lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty hard to go up that high
dude, I
with
don't
just
know what-
balloons. Like,
Yeah,
Well, you're
that-
just hanging on. You're not doing anything.
No,
the
but
balloons are taking you up.
It's scary. It's just freaking balloons.
I know, but a lot of people would do that.
Even like a hot air balloon is more made. How many is a lot?
Yeah,
Because let's Google this. How many people?
I think that a lot. I would say I'm going to go out on a limb and say 3% of the population would do that.
That's a lot of people, dude.
3%
No,
is
have
hundreds
done
of
it?
thousands.
No, Will.
No,
Will
I'm
do it.
saying have. You're
no
like,
one's
I'm
done
not-
it. I'm saying it's not
was the
that
first.
spectacular to
It's a
go
little
up with a bunch of
lackluster, yeah.
balloons.
It's not that when he's one of how many people to
One.
ever do it, right?
One.
Well, yeah, but you could be the first person to do anything. Doesn't mean that it's
makes it-
spectacular.
The first somebody had
it
to poop
usually
first.
does.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Who was
Someone
the
had to-
first
yeah,
person?
was it
It's
Adam
not
or Eve?
like
I
you
don't know.
see, like
I'm
every
not
time
sure.
you look in the air, it's
Adam.
like, oh yeah, there's another one.
There's that
Just
balloon
go.
guy
There's
again.
another one doing it.
It's just like Chinese lanterns now.
Exactly.
You're just
They're
gonna see people
with
floating.
balloons.
He may
oh,
have he may have opened up the doors to
Yeah,
a
you're
new
not
thing.
wrong.
But so listen,
write
going
this
up
down.
24,000 square feet was obviously spectacular to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like some of his other stunts have been more insane.
Well,
You know?
Yeah.
can we? So you're talking about being up that high and parachuting down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm doing in less than 20 days?
What?
I'm skydiving.
No, you're not.
when?
What?
Wait,
Skydiving with my grandma.
You're doing it for your birthday?
Not on my birthday.
Oh,
it's,
just to do
on
it?
the 18th.
Oh, on the 18th.
Are you for real?
Yeah,
Got
going
you.
with my grandma skydiving.
No
man.
way, bro.
Yeah,
That's so
we
cool.
tried this last year. It didn't work out so well.
Well,
She's got a book now.
the plan
But you're
is.
excited about it.
Yeah, I am. I'm
Okay.
It's gonna be so much fun to do it,
Is,
and then
is Jay going?
no, she backed
she's,
out.
Well, I think she's gonna go, but she's not doing it.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be so cool, like, and then I'll be looking over and be like, "Hey, grandma."
You know what? You know Jay, not Control Jay, or Young Jay. He's done, and Bruce has too. Obviously, jumped
Bruce,
out.
yeah.
And I think Young Jay told me this, and I don't know if it's true. I've never skydived, but he said the thing that people don't tell you is that the first like 10 seconds you can't breathe
Yeah.
because
All the air.
is just coming at you. So you're like, well, I can't breathe. You know what I mean?
So I guess what I'll have to do,
Yeah, take a
then
deep breath.
is before you go, take a deep breath and jump, and just like
Jump.
maybe have an
Enjoy
Apple
it.
Watch on or something. Be like,
Okay.
Maybe
10,
have an
9, 9.
apple.
yeah,
Eat an apple
I'm gonna
on
have
the way
my
down?
I'm gonna have my
tomato. Have a tomato.
Tomato.
Yeah,
Eat
yeah.
it like an apple as you're falling.
yeah,
It's not
right
bad,
into the
yeah.
gallows.
I think one of two things happens. I think you either like love it so much that you'll do it all the time, or be like, I will never do that again. And this is what I've said
But
about
either
skydiving.
way, you've done it.
Right, but this is what I've said about skydiving. I
What
Don't-
have you said?
personally, I'm not like terrified of skydiving. It certainly isn't high up on my list of things to do. I don't think I'll ever do it. And the main reason is like I think like, you know, chances are it would be cool, but if it wasn't, that would really suck.
See, this is
I
the
mean, like
thing.
that's committing.
Guaranteed, it's probably super cool. The
Yeah.
scariest
Neat.
part is jumping out of the
The
plane.
plane. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard
I
that
think
too.
once you're actually falling, it's probably pretty crazy and
Yeah. Can I-
amazing.
Sorry, I cut you off. I'm sorry, but
That was it.
it's the only time you can actually semi-experience what it would be like to fly.
Yeah,
Right.
weightlessness. Right.
Sure.
So like, I just feel like, I would just want to experience it once, see how it is.
Yeah, and I mean,
You
you
know, have
might
you ever
like it a
looked
lot
up-
and want to do it a lot.
Have you ever looked up those videos of like the people that are skydiving that like you get to the door and then won't go out?
And they just
and
push
they,
it,
they,
they
they
yoke
like
'em.
just push you out.
Oh, they'll
they
yeet
just, they
ya.
just like push you out. They just
Yeah.
like grab your hands and
because
throw you out the door.
And honestly, that would be me because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
I don't know that I would be able to jump out.
Guys,
like my
okay.
fight or flight would be like, no.
Do you? So this is really gross. I'm sorry that I'm bringing this up, but it's just so insane that I have to talk about it on this podcast. Do you know what Steve-O did skydiving to
Yeah.
set a world record?
What's
What?
that?
Do you know?
I don't know.
Do you know?
I
shit
don't
himself?
know.
He
why.
did not shit himself.
Oh.
I'm gonna look at Dad for this one. I'm not gonna look at Mom because it's just too much. But he literally was up there masturbating.
Oh
What?
God.
And he finished mid jump.
Oh.
Wow.
That's concentration.
Yeah.
That's concentration. You
How
got to give him a lot of credit.
It probably
Incredible
couldn't.
is
it,
that?
it wasn't his first time then.
No, that was his
First time masturbating or first time?
We all know it wasn't his first time
Masturbating.
masturbating. That was the first time he ever did skydiving.
I wonder if he had to
too.
practice, like,
'Cause that's what I'm
I'm going to start to
saying.
do that, like jumping off my house,
Off the bed,
and then
off
like
the top bunk.
yeah, like is there a practice
Get a
involved? or is
leaf
it just
blower
like,
just to
the
give you that
garage.
sensation.
I watched
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole video. He just
Oh my
said-
gosh, there's a video. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
he just
Wow.
he was just like
Don't look
talking
that
about
up,
how
Jay,
nervous
please, no.
he was.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up real quick.
No, don't pull that one up, please.
He said like when there was 10 seconds till the jump, he was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. But then like once there got to like 2 seconds, he was like, I gotta do it.
Splash.
I mean, it's obvious.
How
like,
crazy
I
is
don't
that?
understand people.
I don't
who do
either.
that kind of.
yeah, no, that's
I wonder
not a
where it
record.
landed,
That's, yeah.
though.
So I guess
yeah, right.
You know, you know,
Probably
could you
in his
imagine being
face.
at the
Such a
beach?
guy,
Could you
such a
imagine being at the
guy.
beach and you're like, oh, I got pooped on by a bird, and then it's like, no, you didn't, dude.
like that's Steve-O.
Rail this
Damn,
damn-
son.
Can we rail this in?